Hello and welcome to ccieadvisor.com. In this lesson we will be discussing how to set a switch port on a Catalyst switch to access. Now, out of the box, they will be set to dynamically create a trunk with the other side if they can negotiate for that. And that may or may not be the goal that you're looking for, and most of our ports will most likely be on these Catalyst switch ports set for end users, servers, computers, or phones and the like. So let's take a look at this. We can do a show run or show running dash configuration. Now that's what it'll look like, show running dash config. And as we usually discuss, you can do sh space run, and you can tab or not tab for it to be completed, but we already know that that's enough. We hit the return key and the spacebar a couple times just so you can see that these switch ports are automatically showing that it's set for switch port mode dynamic desirable. You can hit Control C. That'll get us back to the enable prompt. Hit the return key a few times. We don't have to be distracted by the other output. And we type conf space T, which is another way of a shorter way of typing configure terminal. And now we go into the interface mode to configure the interface for access as opposed to trunk. INT is a shorter version of interface. You can hit the tab key to see it. INT space fast Ethernet space 0/8. We'll just pick 8. And now we're in the configure interface mode, as you can see. It has the name of the switch. In this case, I've named it ccieadvisor.com, and in parentheses config-if pound. And that way you know your interface mode, and you are being allowed to configure things here, so we always need to be careful. Now we saw that it was pre-configured for dynamic trunking, and in this case we're going to force it to access only. So let's go ahead and type switch port mode, and let's look at our choices real quick. .1Q tunnel, dynamic, or trunk. Unconditional, trunk. We'll talk about each one of these. Access. Switch port mode, access. Access set trunking mode to access unconditionally. So it will be an access port. So don't be confused by that. Access. We can hit question mark and see that CR in the carets means carriage return. It's your only other option. So hit enter. We will type end. We will do a show running config, and I'll press the spacebar twice, and now we see interface fast Ethernet 0/8 is set for switch port mode access. And you may be thinking, well, what good does it do if it's not in a VLAN? But it is in a VLAN, because remember, they're all set to VLAN 1 out of the box. So it's an access port that's switched for VLAN 1, and you can see another lesson if you want to see how to change that and add a VLAN. Just look through the table of contents and enjoy. Thanks for your time. And as always, remember, write to memory. Thank you.